dude. Back to caveman lighting.
Looks good. Looks great. Looks fantastic.
That's great. Do it again.
Okay. Nice. We did it. Mission accomplished.
Abort mission.
Abort mission.
Start the podcast, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Oh no, he says Dave. Not Dave.
I'm sorry.
He's talking to himself.
I'm sorry, Dave.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. I mean, no thanks, Dave.
What's up?
You gotta ask
What?
why.
Why?
Yeah, why?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You got a lightning bolt in your hair.
What's
Yeah, I
with-
know,
what's
but
up with your hair?
it's a week old, so you can barely see it. Can you see the lightning bolt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a week old, but soon as I left this last week, I got a lightning bolt haircut.
Did you take a photo of it when it was fresh?
I don't think so.
What? Why not? Come on.
Why?
Just to mock you guys. I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
I don't feel mocked
In
at all.
spite of everything we've done. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just thought.
Jesse liked these movies so much, he went and got a haircut with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, and he wore a lightning shirt.
sweet.
I'm in the most Harry Potter move besides Albert's glasses.
Is this like the most stylized haircut you've ever gotten?
For sure. I've never got lines in my hair. It's actually not a lightning bolt. I asked for a lightning bolt and they gave me a mountain range.
I mean, it's yeah, but it doesn't
Did you
look
ask
bad.
for the Harry Potter when you got there?
So yeah, give me the
Harry Potter.
Give me the Gryffindor, please. The Hogwarts. I had to go somewhere else for Hogwarts. No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't look bad. It actually looks nice.
Yeah, well, I mean when it's like styled and it's fresh
Yeah.
cut, it looks really. It was. I love it when it's like
Yeah.
fresh. Ah, it feels
When
so
your hair,
good.
when you first get a haircut, your hair does
Yeah.
look.
Nice and straight.
Yeah.
Every time it's just like a fresh haircut on a guy. No, just kidding.
No, cut that out.
Keep that in pants.
Whoops.
AI, put a man in front of him. No, I'm kidding.
You edit that Shrek filter in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how you feeling about these two movies?
Long. It was long.
Well, you did watch it in one weekend versus over maybe 2 weekends.
Yeah.
When we left
yeah.
when we left this room last week, Jesse's like, "I'm gonna start them right now." Got through half the movie. Sunday comes around. I've watched only the first half of the movie.
Then I stayed up an extra 40 minutes to watch 40 minutes, and I went to bed at 11:30.
And then what time did you wake up?
4:20.
Blaze it.
You work today?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I worked today.
All right. Well, any thoughts other than they were long?
I've seen the first one. So I remember most of it.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember like a good chunk of it. Never seen the second one, so I was kind of excited to see how it ended.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I've never finished the 7th book.
Really?
Yeah.
I have.
But I've read on a summary of it and like how it before watching the movie for the first time. So I remember being disappointed with the part 2 of the movie
Yeah.
because of how much it differs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's more rushed for sure too.
For
Yep.
sure.
I think some decisions were, I think, misplaced. Like they put stuff in or took stuff out that didn't make sense to me. Like I don't know why they couldn't do it. So
Yeah.
that's my first thought, and my thought coming into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get into the details then. They're both directed by David Yates. We're doing part 1 and part 2, just so everyone knows. The tagline for part 1 is "Trust no one,"
Yep.
and the tagline for part 2 is "It all ends here."
Mm-hmm.
The budget for both of them are $125 million for both,
Really?
Combined.
not combined.
No,
Each.
so 250.
Yeah, 250. Release dates were November 19th, 2010 and July 15th, 2011. A runtime for the first movie of 2 hours and 26 minutes. And the second part is 2 hours and 10 minutes, the shortest film in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Rated PG-13 for both. Box office worldwide for the first one, $961 million. Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
For the second part, $1.4 billion.
Yep.
Dang.
That's a lot of money.
That's
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
money.
I saw. I was looking, just doing some additional research for the sake of the podcast. Combined of all 8 movies, combined they spent 1.2
Sounds about right.
$1.2 billion.
Yeah.
That's what they spent on the movies.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, "Well, they made that back in one movie," and I was like, "Yeah, that's very true."
Oh yeah.
Combined, they made $7.7 billion.
Let's say close to 8
Yeah.
billion. Yeah.
So they basically seven times their profit.
Yeah.
That's
And I
crazy.
think with movie 8, it broke the record at the time. It was Dark Knight that made $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It came shortly after Dark Knight, or shortly. Yeah,
Mm.
shortly after.
Dark Knight came out.
2002. No,
Dark Knight-
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We were just barely in high school.
2012 is the third Batman.
I was born in the darkness.
Molded by it.
They're all streaming on Max still. That's where I watched it. I think these two watched it on Vudu.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do our
Taste
our
that zip.
taste that sip.
Taste that sip.
What do we have today? It's Dr. Pepper creamy coconut.
And what else?
Ooh, Halloween Tupperware.
Halloween.
Oh, never mind.
Urine.
Oh, it's Classico Creamy Alfredo.
I made butterbeer.
Oh, he made butterbeer.
It's not like 100%, but
We'll
I
try
couldn't
that.
find.
We can do the Dr. Pepper some other time.
Yeah.
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Non-alcoholic. There's actually pieces of the like.
Ginger?
No, it's not ginger. It's butterscotch candy because I couldn't find butterscotch syrup, so
Oh, okay.
I had to make up for it. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
So yeah, maybe I'll list the recipe up here, what I did and what it was supposed to be, but I couldn't find everything.
It's okay.
But it's basically, if you like cream soda, that's the majority of what it is. Cream
Mhm.
soda, caramel, butter extract, and
extract.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it called for. That was like one of the only things I could find. So,
Butter extract.
and then you're supposed to use heavy cream and
Instead you
something
got-
else. I just got whipped cream.
yeah.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's
This
close
is
enough.
very different. It's very different.
It's cream in
It's
the
going to be
name.
hard to stir that in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well,
He did his best.
I
okay?
did my best.
Where's your butterbeer?
I can go get a spoon.
A spoon?
That's my contribution.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I don't need a spoon. I'll just
I
drink
made a
it as
mess.
is.
It's going to be very sweet, that's all I know.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a big old mess on John's floor.
Wait, no. So what was the base? Was it like a soda or?
Yeah,
soda.
it's a cream soda. It's the
He said that.
A&W
I was
cream
listening.
soda.
All right.
Yeah, A&W, I think, cream soda.
Okay.
I don't know how much we have in here, but I'm going to try to pour them evenly.
Okay.
Oh. Holy butterscotch, Batman.
Oh, this is another reason why I only got 4 hours of sleep, because I had to make sure that
It was fermented.
Yeah, or that it just like, not that it was fermented, but that it
blazer.
creamy.
Should I,
Would
should
it
we
be
try
the-
it without the cream first?
Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna try it without the cream first.
I got a floaty in mine. It smells.
Very sweet. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
I actually like it. Yeah.
I like it. Caramel.
Oh man, that's sweet. Oh.
It's very sweet for sure.
I mean, yeah, I can't drink a lot of it, but it's good.
Oh yeah, that's like
This is good enough for me.
How much cream do you want?
just cream me until
Fill the rest of the glass.
As much as yesterday?
yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna use my straw.
Yesterday was definitely a lot less cream. Hey, that works.
I use a straw. This is actually cool.
Yeah. I figured you would like it.
That
Oh man, that's super sweet.
I think
Oh.
it makes it better.
Yeah, the texture.
You think so?
I like cream sodas. So
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
5 out of 5, Jesse. Good job.
good job.
And it wasn't even to
Like-
recipe.
Like,
Execution.
Yeah.
definitely drink this for like a dessert or something.
Yeah. I have a lot.
A root beer float.
Yeah, basically.
I think
Yeah.
I have 2 more packs of cream sodas. So, you guys, I know Nicole likes it, but you guys, I'll bring some over still. I don't know. It's just too sweet for me, but it's good. I give it a 3.
Mhm.
I won't drink it often.
I wouldn't drink it often either, but
Yeah,
like a 4. I can see where you can improve this.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
tough crowd.
Yeah. Well, there's more if you want some.
I'm good. Thank you though. That's really
Do
good.
we get different glasses for the Dr. Pepper then?
You want to save that for later?
We'll save it for next.
I think we're all sugared out right now.
Yeah.
Good job.
If you want to watch Jesse's recipe on how to make it,
It'd be somewhere up here.
he's gonna make a video
Oh, what?
how to make butterbeer.
Cooking channel. Here we go.
Cookie channel.
The legendary cooks.
Make your own legendary sips with Jesse.
In the kitchen with the Potters.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into our actual salad sip. The 6-word summary of the movie, or movies.
Oh.
This
double.
because we're doing a sip for both movies.
All right, I've got. Mine's pretty simple. I think it mostly is based off of how I felt after the second movie, and I've got the lead up is more satisfying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Yeah.
like the first one more than the second one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mine is The Boy Who Lived Still Survived.
Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
I like
All
it.
All right. I have 2 salad sips.
That's fine.
That's fine. I came up with this idea because I was just being lazy, so it's okay.
Being lazy.
I'm agreeing with you.
All right. Here's my first salad sip. Heart splitting does not create more love. Wait, hold on. How many words is
That's
that?
a lot of words.
Heart splitting
I
does
think-
not create
I
more
think
love.
So I did a 12-word salad sip because it's double the movie.
Sure.
So you did a mini
Um,
summary.
How what?
Nothing.
But I added an extra word in there.
So you got 13 words.
Yeah, it's 13. Unlucky, so we'll just do 13. So heart splitting does not create more love. It just increases the immense pain. So I guess if you remove immense, it'll be 12. But
Okay.
then my second salad sip is
First of all, there's supposed to be 6-word summaries of the movies. You said it was 12 words. It was actually,
Yeah, he's got 24 words.
and it was actually 13.
yeah, it's actually but take out immense and it's 12. And here's my second salad sip.
Is it 6 or 12 words?
It's 12.
Wait.
In search for great power, he lost the greatest of all, love.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It was a special event.
Welcome to
double
the Legendary
movie.
Sip Podcast, where Jesse just sometimes
There
does his own thing.
there are no rules.
I'm not a young wizard. I can make up my own rules.
Okay, then let's rate these movies. Do you guys want to rate them together or separately?
I think separately.
Oh, it's
Okay.
separate? Oh, I
think
didn't think about
separately.
that. Okay.
You've got so many like so that Simpson reviews for.
Yeah, I spent all my time doing that, not the ratings. But
I think we should make it
Okay,
separate.
Sorcerer's Stone for Albert is a 7. Chamber of Secrets 7.5. Prisoner of Azkaban 10. Goblet of Fire 8. Order of Phoenix 7.5. Half Blood Prince 7. Deathly Hollows Part 1.
I think a 9,
And then Part 2.
and then part 2 like a. For this is I love some parts and I think hate others,
oh,
but I'll give it a 6.
is that the lowest score you
big of a
have?
drop-off.
I think it's the lowest score you have.
I think so.
Dang.
Okay, I have Sorcerer's Stone as a 7. Chamber of Secrets as a 7.5. Prisoner of Azkaban as a 10. Goblet of Fire as an 8. Order of Phoenix as an 8. I'm going to actually bump up my score for that to a 9 for reasons to be named in a second. Half-Blood Prince as a 6. Part 1 of Deathly Hollows I'm going to put as an 8. And then part 2, I kind of agree with you, but I don't think it's that big of a drop-off. I think it's a 7.
Okay.
I think definitely part 3 is...
Part 3. When's that coming out?
Definitely Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite.
Mhm.
And then after rewatching The Order of the Phoenix, I really that's like the next best for me. And this part 1 is pretty good. I love the mystery like that they have to go through to find all this stuff and how to kill everything and do everything. And then part 2 is just like the climax of it, but it's all just like crumped into a 2-hour movie. So
Mhm.
Part 1's pretty good. Ever play that
part
again?
1's pretty good. Part 2's okay. Okay, Jessie has the Sorcerer's Stone as a 5, Chamber of Secrets as a 5.5, Prisoner of Azkaban as a 7.5, Goblet of Fire as a 6, Order of the Phoenix as an 8, Half-Blood Prince as a 4.5, Part 1 as a...
Part 1, I'll give it an 8. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Part 2, I'll give it a 7 as well. Tied with John.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. There was some good enough twists that I didn't see coming that I appreciated. Yeah.
Nice.
I think this is my like 4th or 5th time rewatching parts 1 and 2 here.
First time watching it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Boy Who Lived.
Never again.
Except for with Nicole.
Oh, yeah. Except for that time.
Oh, yeah.
And when you read the books.
Yeah.
And when you watch it with her again.
And my kids. Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, I'll probably watch it a couple more times. I just found some like interesting trivia, but nothing like too crazy. So
The 7 book was split in 2 parts. That's pretty good trivia.
that's crazy.
I never knew that. I
Um,
was like, part 2, what does that mean?
in these movies, the first part is the only part that doesn't feature Professor McGonagall,
Mm-hmm.
Argus Filch, or for whatever reason, Dean Thomas.
Okay.
Who's Dean Thomas?
The tall black kid,
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor?
He's dating Ginny.
Yeah?
At
Half-Blood
first.
Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The Harry's grade.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. And then he's in the second part where Kingsley Shacklebolt's like, "Hey Dean, we're gonna need a lot more wands here."
Yeah.
So. Anyway. Other trivia things that I saw is the lightning scar makeup was applied 5,000 times
A day.
Wow.
across
Oh.
the
The whole-
series.
Wow.
Only 2,000 of those times were applied to actually Daniel Radcliffe. The other 3,000 were applied to the stunt doubles in.
How they don't need this. They're doing flips and stuff. Like, who's looking at a forehead of a flipping boy?
But exactly. That's you never know.
Someone's paying attention to details.
Yep. And I was reading about the stunt doubles story. that
The one, yeah.
yeah, like
One got really hurt.
he got really hurt, like paralyzed
Yeah.
paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
And I think they still had him do a stunt too.
Wait,
I
what?
think there was like
What, they, like tossed him or something?
yeah.
What? No way.
It was bad, but yeah, it's life
Oh.
is not the same anymore since then.
That's crazy.
And
No.
I think just recently, about 6 months ago, Daniel Radcliffe released a documentary, like with him telling his story.
Nice.
The guy that plays Lucius Malfoy was considering not coming back for the film until he spoke to J.K. Rowling's. He begged J.K. Rowling's to let his character out of jail, and she said, "Chapter 1." And so then he came back.
Yeah. Nice.
No, so. Okay, well, I don't have any other trivia other than that.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I mean, it is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I did read that he did finish a stunt before, like after that as well. Like after the accident.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay. Characters, I only included the important ones. So there's only 4. But you guys all know the other ones. You have Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. Emma Watson as Hermione Granger.
You said important ones. No, okay.
He's very important. Rupert Grint as Ronald Weasley. Ronald Bilious Weasley. And Ralph Fiennes as Lord Voldemort.
What about Snape's pretty important.
Alan Rickman as Severus Snape.
Yep.
Anyone
Nice.
else?
I mean that's like the main hitters.
Okay.
Maggie Smith,
Who?
McGonagall.
McGonagall, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she played a pretty good part at the second one.
Okay. We can now talk about these movies. Likes, dislikes, questions, everything in between. Save the big question for the end.
I guess we can start with part 1.
Yeah, let's start with part 1.
Part 1.
Leading
Part
up to it, Jesse, I guess, what did you remember from from that part, like when you were going into it, or did you forget everything?
So I remember. So this is when it first came out in theaters.
Mhm.
I remember, like Harry having a lot of
That's
like
another-
clones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That scene took a lot of takes.
yeah, because it was him doing it over again
Yeah.
and like superimposing on, did like in layers. I'm assuming. Yeah, it took a lot of takes. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite jokes. Is Mad Eye Moody asks for Harry, and they all say yes.
Or
Yeah.
the twins, where they're like, "Hey, we look alike."
Hey, we're
Not yet, you
identical.
don't.
Yeah.
Matt I Moody's just like, "Not yet, you don't."
Yeah,
And
change
they
your
all start
clothes.
stripping.
Fleur Delacour's character, Harry is just like, "Don't look at me, I'm hideous."
Yeah. Yeah.
All of those.
So I remember that happening.
Mhm.
And then I just remember like the locket like being a big part of it and
Mhm.
like them struggling with that and the effects that it has on the person wearing it. And then towards the end, all I remember like burned in my brain is just the snake guy over the old guy and like him grabbing the wand, and that was pretty much it. And I was like,
Okay.
what did I just watch?
The
I had
snake
no
guy.
idea.
Yes.
I had no idea what was going on.
Right, because you didn't have context from the other movies.
Yeah, I mean, I had like very little context for
Yeah.
like falling asleep during the first movie, watching the fourth movie. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, so I was like, I'm just here because I was invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't want to be there at the time.
So
Yeah.
did you end up having any questions that weren't answered by the second movie? Now that you've watched both?
I had questions and I wrote them down in my notes and I just continued watching,
Yeah.
and then it answered itself.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
but yeah, but I think if I'm misunderstanding correctly, you asked me my first viewing experience or this time around?
Oh, this time around, now that you've...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have questions. If you guys want to get into questions.
We can.
Yeah. Or just talk about the movie and then we'll get to questions.
We can do both.
Oh, okay, okay. Why can't the twin wands kill each other? They can only wound each other.
I think it was just magical mumbo jumbo. That's just it.
Magical properties. They
Yeah.
share it because they're twins. They don't want to hurt each other.
Yeah, interesting.
That's kind of it, I think.
I think that's kind of dumb. I feel like if you just throw a big old rock at them and you let go of it, it's gonna kill them.
You're the mother of two baby chicks. Do you want them fighting?
Only if one's bald. Like,
Only if one's bald, it looks like a snake man.
Yeah. Bodies get out or something.
but I feel like there's ways to kill someone without killing them, just to leave them dead. Like,
Yes, you're
so
right.
does that mean
the real answer besides like
movie plot?
besides movie plot is because like he's a Horcrux, and as we've seen, certain spells bounce off of each other.
Yeah,
Like Harry's wand gets destroyed because of the snake being a Horcrux. So
yeah.
it's basically very similar.
Mm.
I think one thing that they don't talk about in the movies that I thought they did before was the whole mystery of like how do they destroy these things.
Yeah,
They just kind of briefly mentioned that the sword was only takes in like
the
things
strongest stuff.
yeah, but
Yep.
in the books they explore it more in depth. There's
Yeah.
like certain I forget the terminology for it because it's been so long, but it has to be like things like the basilisk poison.
Oh,
Poison.
poison.
Avada Kedavra can kill these things. Stuff like that it's like as soon as it touches you,
it.
you're dead.
Yeah.
But they never really go into that in the movie, which is kind of why I don't like it, because it's a big
Yeah.
plot to the
But
movie.
I feel
I
like they
think-
want to avoid having the kids use the killing spell.
It's not.
But there's other ways for it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the rumor requirements, that spell that Goyle or Crab, whichever one it was, uses that like causes the fire.
Fire. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's also a spell that could kill the Horcruxes, because I remember they destroy the diadem that way
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the books.
In the books. Yeah.
They throw it into that special fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just there are other ways than just the Basilisk Fang. They just don't really explore it.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the main way they kill it is with the Basilisk Fang or with the sword that has obtained the power of the Basilisk Fang.
Yeah.
So
So that's the real reason why, like, no matter what Voldemort does, he can't kill Harry, or he can't harm Harry, is because like he's using spells that are just gonna bounce off of him.
Yeah.
Mm,
Unless Harry lets it happen, like in the movie.
yeah. Okay. Or if he has a different wand, is that part of it too? If he just switches
Harry
wands?
never lost with a different wand.
Yeah. Okay.
Voldemort used Malfoy's wand at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was when they were flying
Mm-hmm.
with the little cart
Yeah.
scooter thingy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I brought you here on this bike. I'm taking you out of it.
I
And
really
I think that was a really touching moment
What?
with Hagrid, but I feel like in the movie they
kind of
go over Hedwig really quick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very sad.
Yeah.
He was like, it's dead. It's gone.
Right. Harry didn't really get time to grieve.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard when you're being chased 24/7, but
Right.
I mean, in the books they probably have more time to explore everything.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the locket. That was probably the most enjoyable Horcrux.
Mm-hmm.
Was that and the wares and how it makes you more irritable and just less cooperative and
I wonder where they got that idea from.
Spider-Man 3. No kidding. 2001: A Space Odyssey. It did remind me of every time you would hear it, you would see like the drone shots, and I was like, just turn this inverted colors, and it's 2001: A Space Odyssey. I need to hear the commentary to see, Oh yeah, this was inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, another British filmmaker.
I think I meant more like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The
yeah.
one ring to rule them all.
Right.
Yeah. The one locket to rule them all.
The one locket to spite them.
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and the noise is very haunting and it's very like catching, like the piercing noise, but also like the little screeching creature
Right.
noise. Yeah, like it's alive.
Yep.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that, and in the first part, they go to that old lady. What's her name?
Build a
Bethilda.
bag shot.
Bagshot. Yeah, they go to that one, and
Godric Hollow.
yeah, that's where Harry was born.
That's where they. Yeah.
That's
And
where
that's
he
where-
lived.
Okay, so that's where he lived, and but also Dumbledore
Mhm.
lived there as well
At some point.
at some point in time.
Yep.
Okay, it's like a lot of big wizards come from that. It's like Palatown, but
Right.
for
I mean, they
Yeah.
ended up living there
I mean,
because.
basically, that's where they got it from.
Oh yeah, but yeah, they basically started living there because of its history as well.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Because like they in the name, it's that like that's where Gryffindor lived
yeah,
as well.
yeah. Well, okay, that's cool. I guess. No, I'm kidding. So
That's great
yeah,
information,
alright.
I guess.
But yeah, that's why they care about it.
yeah, there's history behind it.
Yeah.
There's history behind it. So I had a question. So at this point in time, everyone knows that there's 7 Horcruxes.
No.
No.
No, but we know it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I was confused, because in the Half-Blood Prince we
Yes.
get 7 stones, and
I guess technically they have an idea that there's 7,
yeah,
but so they know that there's 7. They don't know that there's an 8th.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They just
after
don't know what they are. Sorry.
yeah, no, you could do it. They don't know what they are. Maybe in the books they go over some of that, but
A little bit.
not in the movies.
Not as much.
So they destroyed the diary
Yep.
in movie 2, the ring off screen,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and then they destroyed the locket.
Yep.
And then Ron says 3 more to go. So was he doesn't know that there's 7, or he can't count? Because that was 3 right there, right? Diary, ring, locket. And then as soon as they destroy the locket, they're like 3 more to go. So he doesn't know, or maybe because after that, it's the
Cup.
cup, then the little tiara
Diadem.
thing, yeah,
And then
and then the snake, and then the mystery one. But that's still like that's 7, isn't it?
Yep.
yeah.
So is
there
Harry really
another
the 8th one?
Harry's the I thought there's 7.
I think there is, and I think Harry's the secret 7 one. I don't know if there's an 8th one. I was trying to calculate that in my head.
Think.
Or they missed one.
I have a feeling
That
there
was-
was just miscommunication, or I
Shit, we
forgot
missed the
what it
toe
was.
ring one.
The toe ring. Because there's the cup is Hufflepuff.
Locket.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff's cup.
Uh huh.
Ravenclaw's diadem. Nagini and Harry. I guess there's 7.
Just 7 total.
Yeah.
And the secret
So there's
is
6 and yeah.
well, I mean, they know there's 7, or someone knows there's 7, but they only know of 6, and the 7th is
Maybe that was
actually
a slip up in the other
Harry?
movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a movie line that, or maybe because as an
Tom-
audience, at some point we know that memory. Tom asks about splitting a soul into 7 pieces,
Yeah.
Oh.
including the one inside
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Harry assumes that there's 6 other pieces out there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's
So
The
that's
7th
valid.
piece
Is
is
him.
Yeah.
himself.
Okay.
Is Voldemort.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the secret piece is
there's
Harry.
An 8th piece and it's
Yeah.
Harry. Yeah.
Technically, there's 8 pieces of the soul, and one of them is in Voldemort.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It-
then
yeah.
there's the 6 other pieces, and then there's also Harry. So
Yeah.
7 outside of Voldemort.
Yeah.
There we go. That's how there's 8.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah. I
it's
forgot about that
Because
part.
he's the soul piece too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and then two last questions for the first movie. So, did Harry's dad give him one of the Deathly Hallows?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The cloak.
Cloak.
Did the it wasn't really used like for like that's the least powerful one, and then obviously in the story is the least powerful one.
Yeah.
It's meant to evade death for not forever, but until he decides to go freely.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there's another question. So you got the wand. That's the most powerful wand in all.
The Elder Wand.
Yeah, the Elder Wand. And then you have
The Resurrection Stone.
Resurrection Stone, which is in the
Snitch.
the
The
whole
whole
time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have the Cloak of Invisibility. So it just makes you powerful.
Yes.
And you can die. Can you revive yourself or only people around you?
I'm
You're talking
gonna.
about the Resurrection Stone?
Yeah, the
I'm
Resurrection
guessing
Stone.
people around you.
Only people around you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the cloak. So I mean, it's just like a folk tale. You're not actually immortal, or does having all three pieces actually make you?
It's just a folktale.
Okay. But they're just legendary, magical items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But does Voldemort know that, or does he actually believe that he's gonna be?
He's only seeking
Invincible.
the Elder Wand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. He
He
only
wasn't
wants
looking
Elder
for the
Wand.
stone.
No.
No.
He wasn't looking for the stone or the invisibility cloak.
He didn't
Hmm.
care about anyone. at
He's
that point.
already basically as close as you can get to immortal because of the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he can't die. He hasn't died up until this point.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Interesting.
if it wasn't for them finding out his secret, he probably never would have died.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. And then who plays Luna's father?
I forget.
I forget. I know. I just remember his first name is Xenophilius. Zeno something. Zeno.
Yeah.
He looked familiar.
That was your question?
Yeah.
Oh,
You could have definitely done the research for that.
Well, I mean, I finished this like an hour ago.
You finished the second movie an hour ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's his actual
Rise
name.
Ephens?
Oh, I know that guy. He's the lizard in Amazing Spider-Man.
There it is. Okay.
I was like, he looks familiar,
Yeah.
but he did a really good job.
yeah.
I didn't even know like that was the same actor. It had a hint in the voice you could
Reese.
tell, but that was impressive. It's
Mhm.
pretty good. Tricked me. But yeah,
He's almost like he was acting.
yeah, it's crazy. I thought he just used magic to be a good actor, but
What did you like about this movie?
the most impressive part was the journey to find a way to get rid of the locket or to kill the locket,
Mhm.
and the struggle for that, and the tension between Harry, Hermione, and Ron. I think that was really good. Like it became a very personal story for like 2/3 of the movie,
Yep.
and I really, really enjoyed that.
Same.
I really enjoyed that, and they go and they find the locket from Umbridge.
Yep.
And they take that. Ron gets injured. They can't. Is it
Apparate.
apparate?
Yeah.
Okay. So they can't apparate. So they're traveling by foot for a while, and along the way, they're tired. They're probably not getting a lot of sleep because they have to watch their back the whole time. So they're watching
Yeah.
for these what are they called? Snatchers. They're probably like having to find their own food and water, and then the book is probably like in more detail, or maybe Hermione just always has KFC in her bag or something. I don't know.
They have. I think they have rations. I forgot what they're called though.
Yeah, I forget.
yeah, but they have
Or
some
maybe
type
I'm
of
thinking
food.
Lord of the Rings. Never mind.
Lambus bread.
yeah, I remember the bread from Lord of the Rings.
That's why Ron got so. He found crumbs on Harry's cheek.
You ate the last of the bread.
You ate the last of the lambus bread.
You ate the last candy bar.
starve.
I think what the best part about it, like you said, is how like the locket's just playing on their emotions, and it
Yeah.
affects each of them a little bit more differently. Like Hermione doesn't get as affected as much as like Harry and Ron do, just because they're like these teenage boys going through all these hormones, and
It just increases their testosterone by like 300%.
like Harry's always kind of just like angry and stuff in the books anyways. Like he always had like temper issues,
Yeah.
so it just kind of plays on his anger. But with Ron, it's like more about his like jealousy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of eats at him.
Yeah, especially when they go to open it, and he's gonna go, and it separates
Immediately
them,
goes to him. Yeah.
and it goes to him, and it's playing on his emotion
Yep.
and his jealousy, and he's just like, man, like that gives him the strength to do it, but still, I would imagine in the book like that feeds its power or something like that, as opposed to like you gotta overcome it with like your own strength, not anger or fear or I don't know. I feel like there should have been something more to that. Or
I think it's basically the same as in the book, where
yeah,
it's just like he's not at that point. He's not getting angry. He's just accepting his feelings more than anything. Like
yeah,
he left them for a while because of his emotions and his jealousy, and like not really knowing where they're going, not really like knowing
Yeah.
what to do. They're just
Yeah.
kind of trapped in this cycle with like no way out, and then he finally finds his way back. And when he decides to come back, he's like, okay, like I made a mistake,
Yeah.
like he talks about the locket, how it
yeah,
hits him right here.
yeah,
I love that part too.
Pretty convincing.
Yeah, and then like it leads them all the way back to Harry, who stupidly jumps into the lake with the Horcrux, but
Without a plan.
that was a good scene too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tension.
That was tension there. There was tension inside of Bagshot's house too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah, like the horror.
R-rated Harry Potter Deathly Hallows.
Mhm.
The horror in these David Yates movies, is he a horror director? I don't know what he's done before this, but I feel like he's had his hands in horror before this. So I'm kind of curious to see what he's done before. But it's like dark in tone, but also visually. Like
Mhm.
trying to watch this movie on a TV, and if you have even slight light, like from a window behind you,
Glare.
it's so hard to see.
Yeah.
So hard to see. But so it ends with what position does Harry, Ron, and Hermione end in? Where are they at in the story?
The very
so
end of the movie?
At the end of the first one, yeah.
At the end of the first one, they're captured because of Lovegood. They're captured by the
Yep.
Death Eaters.
Yep.
Harry, they went to the Malfoy Manor.
Yep.
Dobby saves them and dies,
He dies, yeah.
and
he
then
dies.
they're left at the safe house.
Save a safe house. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. With the goblin and
Ollivander,
Luna.
yeah.
Luna.
Yep.
Okay.
Ollivander.
Yeah, and then the end of the movie is Voldemort going to Dumbledore's grave.
Yep.
Getting
Yeah,
the Elder Wand. Yeah.
Yep.
That was what was burned in my head the whole time, was just like the two faces looking at each other and then him getting some wand of some sort. But
Right. Yeah. It was the other wand maker that revealed that Dumbledore had the wand.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No? Was it Ollivander?
No, it was,
Who was it?
The bad guy from
Grigorovich? No.
not Grigorovich, Grindelwald.
Grindelwald. Okay. Oh, yeah, Grindelwald. It's another wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bad wizard.
Yeah.
That Dumbledore does defeat.
Mm-hmm.
And then their story is in Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
They were lovers.
They were lovers?
Spoilers.
Sorry. He loved him
Like a brother.
like a lover.
Or more.
Sung Whitney Houston to him. He wanted to dance with somebody. With somebody who loved him.
Makes me want to watch those movies.
As far as the action goes, it's pretty good.
Yeah. For the
for those movies.
for those movies, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Mhm. Wait, have you seen
Story-
them?
What? Oh,
Those
I'm talking
movies?
about I'm talking about
Oh.
this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the action for Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts and Where to
Beasts.
Find Them.
Yeah. All right.
Favorite scene in this movie? Part 1.
Favorite scene. Oh man, I had a couple good ones, and I took notes, but I didn't write down my favorite scene. I just like the whole journey with Harry, Hermione, and Ron. But I think when it's just Hermione and Harry,
Yeah.
I think it gets very personal, and they have this relationship that it isn't romantic, but it's a very like clear understanding of each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that's very well done in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like even their hug, like it may seem like maybe there's tension there, but it just seems like they're so much involved in each other's lives, and there's really no time to have feelings or any romantic like chemistry there, but just their connection there. And then when Ron comes back, it's just like it ties it all together, and it's just I like the struggle that they have to get to just kill one of these items.
Yep.
It's a struggle. It's not like, oh yeah, well we just did the first spell and then it vanished and it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's a good change from just like, oh,
Everything just works out.
everything works out and like the very first time. Yeah. So it was very refreshing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think what stands out to most when you talk about that is like when the radio's playing after Ron leaves, and then like the music's playing, and they just kind of dance
It's
together,
a good scene. Yeah.
and it's just like they're having fun, and then as soon as the music stops, both of them just go back to
yeah.
very straight face, very much like
Mm-hmm.
That was
realizing that life is still pretty shitty.
yeah. But that was probably my top 3 scenes for sure. That's a
Mhm.
good, like, Harry realizes, yes, the situation is like dire, but you got to have a little bit of fun, just a little bit, even if your whole world's falling apart.
Yeah.
And this necklace is tearing apart either your mind or your soul or whatever it's doing to you. Like there's a time you need to just put everything aside, take a breather, collect yourself, and then get back to the drawing board and work on it. So that's a good message. The Ministry of Magic in this movie, they're
Corrupted.
corrupted, yeah, but they're not on the side of Voldemort.
They are.
Oh, they are on the side of Voldemort.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Scrimmager dies.
Yeah.
Scrimmager is the main guy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's at
okay.
The one that
beginning.
gives them the
All the items
Right.
from the
Yeah,
will.
he's not corrupted, but he was there to replace Fudge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a politician
Yeah.
rising up
Yeah,
and
but
trying
then
to.
He-
quickly after he's dead.
Yeah,
he is shown more in the Half-Blood Prince book.
yeah,
Like I just started it the other day, and he's already in like the first chapter.
yeah,
But yeah, he replaces Fudge because he's more of a war general type.
More hardline cop-ish.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he dies, and they replace him with that other guy that was at the meeting, the Death Eater meeting. When he kills the lady that was teaching at Muggle Studies,
Yeah.
Yeah. He's at
Yeah.
the opposite end of
Yeah.
Voldemort.
he's the
Oh,
he's like, yeah.
okay. Oh, spoken like a true politician. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's Voldemort's placement
Okay.
of a minister.
Okay. All right. But after that, I don't remember them really playing a big part. Maybe they were just like so integrated into the Death Eater like
Basically, because
clan. Like
they're the
yeah.
ones that sent out the Snatchers and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I just felt like they kind of just like disintegrated or got absorbed into some other entity, and I was like, I never really knew what happened to them.
Yeah.
So I was kind of missing out a little bit on that, but yeah, I like that the it's like a commercial at the beginning or something, and essentially it's like you like trust us, we're stronger, we're better, blah
Right.
blah blah.
Muggle's bad.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, interesting. Like, I like the message. I mean, it pertains to kind of real world. Maybe not so much here, but maybe in other places or back in time, like whether it was like like magical users
Mhm.
versus humans, or a like a party of humans and another party of humans, and like that division that in real life that we create, but in this world it's an actual division of like superiority.
Yep.
And so it's like it's a good analogy for like viewing yourself better than other people, even though you're essentially the same. You're the same person, the same thing, the same species. Like,
Right. And it makes it really easy for kids to understand too.
yeah, it's a really good message. That, yeah, just like everyone's a little bit different, but you should still treat everyone like you're a living creature,
Right.
respectfully. So it's good.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Favorite scene? Do you have one?
I was trying to think of something other than the lead up of the gang destroying the Horcrux, because that whole sequence is good.
Yeah.
Trying to think toward the end, it's probably just
Dobby unscrewing the ceiling fan? Or
like that.
chandelier?
Probably the end sequence as well. It was emotional for me. For the first time I watched it, was watching Dobby be really empowered, helping everyone escape prison, apparate away from the Malfoys and Bellatrix, and then die from there.
Yeah.
That was really emotional.
I really like that elf.
Yeah.
I thought she threw her wand, and then it'd be just so dark I couldn't tell.
Oh.
And then when they go to the beach and it's lighter, it's a knife, and I was like,
Is it?
okay. So I was picturing a wand sticking out of Dobby, like
No, it's a
rewatching
dagger.
it. I was like, was it a wand or was it a knife?
Yeah.
She didn't have her.
She didn't have her wand.
She didn't have her wand. They had taken it.
They had taken it, yeah. They had taken it. Because then they go to, I forgot, Ollivander, and
Ollivander.
they
Green
ask
Guts?
him,
Oh. Ollivander, yeah.
like, oh yeah, who's this belong to? Oh, he tells you the ingredients to the
The wood and the
wand,
core.
and then the
And
core,
pliability.
the pliability,
Yeah. And
the length of it.
Yeah.
And like he tells you everything. He knows, like, that's his work,
He could
his
just,
wands.
Yeah. He just touches
Yeah.
it. He just knows.
Oh, nice wand you have here.
Yeah.
And then you get some like line. We're kind of going to the second movie now.
We can.
That's fine.
And they're like, oh yeah, this used to be Draco's wand, and you're like,
Mhm.
huh, what does that mean? Like that might play as something a little bit later, but
Exactly.
I didn't catch on to it
The
until
wand chooses the wizard.
Yeah,
Yep. And not just at the beginning. He did change its allegiance.
yeah. It was very interesting. And then I kind of like how they explained everything, because I wouldn't have caught on to stuff.
Mhm.
They have a pretty good exposition dump towards the end, but
Pretty crazy, like, plot twist, right?
it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like during like the playback of some of these scenes and memories, it seems like Dumbledore, like it I don't know, it's trying to make him seem like he was a bad guy, and then at the end he's like he's doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, but that's why I like it's that Dumbledore is a gray, morally gray character.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he
Always
is-
has been,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was and is using Harry
Yeah.
even after he's dead.
Yeah. But I think they change like wording, or they add different things, and he's like, oh yeah, he's supposed to die, and like, but then eventually when Harry goes to the Temple of Time, he like finds he gets like a different side, and like he's still
Train station of time.
the train station of time. the train of time. He gets like a different side of Dumbledore, and
Mhm.
he's like he doesn't seem as bad, but he's kind of like wishy.
He's aloof.
Yeah, so I like that.
I think what people misunderstand is like Albert said, he is like a morally gray person in general when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But he knows the intention. Like he at this point when we see those flashbacks, he still doesn't really know too much about the Horcruxes.
yeah.
He just knows about the prophecy.
yeah.
And then like as he starts to learn more and more, I think he kind of understands like what's actually going on. Like I
Yeah.
don't think he thought Harry was a Horcrux. I think he just thought he had to die in order for
Voldemort to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I was confused in the Order of the Phoenix. Is that when they find out the prophecy?
Yes.
Yeah. So they find out then. I was confused. Like, how, like, were all those globes prophecies?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So who's making those?
Different seers.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing that they talk about in the book that they didn't talk about in the movie was that the seer that prophesized the Harry thing was Trelawney.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like he doesn't hear it from the orb. He hears it from a memory from Dumbledore. Like
okay.
Dumbledore pulls out a memory from, and they watch it in the pensieve.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was Trelawney making the prophecy, I think, in front of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am in the process of
And I
buying
think
all
that was
the
during her interview with Dumbledore.
with Dumbledore.
to like get hired on.
Yeah.
That's how you get a spot. You make
Yep.
the biggest prophecy of all time.
But then also, they don't name a name. They just name a child born at the end of the month
July.
of July. And then
Yeah.
There's two potential,
right.
but the reason why it's Harry is because Voldemort sees him as his equal.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah.
of Neville.
Neville's the other.
The other
option,
possible
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And do they kind of hint that in the movies a little bit or not really?
Yeah,
Not
no.
really.
No, it's just kind of in the books possibly.
Yeah.
It was in the books.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, I think Neville was the actual chosen one because he got really big and like handsome and buff and stuff.
Yeah, you got tall.
What else? I had something to say and I totally forgot, but I'll try to remember it.
So the beginning of the second book starts off with them talking to Ollivander.
Yep.
Or second part.
Yep.
Talking to Ollivander, and then talking to Griphook
Griphook,
about what Bellatrix might still have.
Yeah, like why does she think this is in her vault?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what else is in her vault?
Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah, possibly another Horcrux. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a crazy spell. When you touch them, it just like multiplies.
Yeah.
That's how she got rich. She was like, I need an extra $10. Ding.
Well, that wasn't to make.
Oh.
That wasn't to make money. That was to deter
it.
thieves.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So-
there's magical ways to determine money,
Yeah.
and then that was just to stop thieves.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they almost didn't get it. Like it's pretty being crushed by metal. How do they get out of that?
They
They
don't
just-
really explain it too much in the movie.
Do they
No,
just like
they
blow a
just
hole?
they
or
kind of just
something?
follow Griphook through the open door.
Okay. Okay.
I think they blast through the door.
I think it blasts something. Yeah.
At least through the movies, they don't really show it.
Yeah.
They just show them outside.
I don't
of it.
really remember. So, I think my notes are out of order, but
That's fine.
this is kind of like a little gripe with the movie, but it's not like a big deal. That Ron opening the Chamber of Secrets with Harry's sleep talk. I was like, okay, all right. I guess you can just hear it
But he's heard it. He's heard
for
Harry's-
years.
Yeah,
for years.
Yeah.
Speak
Yeah.
parcel tongue.
And it's not like you can just say some words and that's still parcel tongue. It's not like you have to have the.
Oh,
whole,
so you don't have to have. It's not a secret like
No.
code. It's
No.
just like
Well-
make me a sandwich and parcel
I
tongue.
think in the books, if I remember correctly, is like he hears Harry say "open" a couple times, so he knows how to say "open."
Yeah.
and that's
okay.
all he needs.
Yeah,
is
open.
he just needs to learn how to say "open" to open the chamber, or maybe Harry teaches him before
For some
they
I don't
reason.
split
remember the
up. I
books.
forget. It's
But-
been
Yeah.
a while.
I mean, at least in the movie, it's enough context that either he can listen to Harry sleep talk or Harry just teaches him.
Yeah.
Off screen.
Yeah, another gripe I have with the movie too. They're like, oh yeah, we have another idea how to destroy them. How to like
Right. Still
It's-
destroy it without the sword.
without the sword,
Mhm.
and then you're like, oh, you just go to the place where you got the fang originally. That's kind of cool, but how long has that snake been dead for? The venom's probably
Since the second year.
yeah. So it's like
It's been 5.
yeah, it's been 5 years of dried venom. Like I don't think you gotta drop in that thing,
Yeah.
but
You're assuming that basilisk
Dries
in
up.
it- yeah.
yeah. Wouldn't they die if they touched it if it was still wet?
I mean,
Or
if
if
they
you
got
or if you just get
stabbed.
stabbed?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I feel like the books will do a better job.
Yeah.
And I am in the process. I've already messaged someone on OfferUp. I'm buying all of the books
Okay.
for $25.
If you want to listen to it, we still have ways for you to listen to it.
Yeah, no, I think I'd rather read them.
Okay.
I need to read more. But yeah, that's I'm looking forward to reading the books.
Mm-hmm.
It might take 7 years. No, I'm kidding. But I'll get through it. So the Elder Wand cracks, and I just thought maybe he overused it, but in the movie, it's saying that the wand is resisting him because he's not the rightful owner.
Exactly.
And so he thinks that Snape is the owner at the moment,
Right.
and it's actually Draco, but it's not because it's actually Harry because Harry took it from Draco or
Harry disarmed Draco.
disarmed Draco, and that's how Draco got the ownership of the wand. He disarmed
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So, all right. And then it's funny at the end of the movie, and then they're all like, "Oh, what are we gonna do with this all-powerful wand?" And he's like, snaps it, and you're like,
Yeah.
"You could at least fix the castle." Like,
He could have done a lot of things that he does do in the books.
yeah. But in the movie, it's to symbolize like he's getting rid of the temptation of all-powerful magic, right?
Right.
But in the books, he does do like
He does stuff with it.
Yeah,
he doesn't break it.
he like fixes the castle and
Maybe not that part, but he does stuff with
he
it.
does,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so that was an interesting choice, but it's a movie thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the part I don't like
yeah,
about the movie is him breaking the wand
yeah,
and how he ends up dueling Voldemort at the end.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. What about the duel of Voldemort? Don't you like
He does it in front of the
cat?
crowd in the castle, basically.
In the book, they're more isolated.
Yeah.
Or-
Well,
or-
in the movie, they're isolated in the courtyard. There's no one watching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. Yeah. That when they actually duel.
Right.
Like,
yeah, not in
okay.
the forest where he just takes a hit from Voldemort.
Yeah. Okay.
And also how Voldemort dies in the book versus the movie.
It's more climactic in the book.
It's more meaningful of who Voldemort really is at the end of everything.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of weird because they kill the snake, and then he's just like shooting magic,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just starts like weakening, and then he starts graying, and then blackening, and then he turns to ash. And
Right.
I was like, don't they still have to kill him?
That's him technically dying in the movie.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I was like,
Yeah.
isn't he still like a part of his Hulk? Like he's his own part. So you would think maybe he'd be weakened, but he's just like, oh, you kill the rest of them? Well, now he's dead.
No,
But
yeah, that
it's-
was his last part, so he doesn't have anything else to fall back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, he should have died, and the only thing keeping him alive is these Horcruxes. So
Right.
he had no backup lives.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
No plus ones.
No plus ones.
No.
He fell to zero.
Yeah.
Game over, Voldemort. But yeah, one of the notes was Harry's the 8th Horcrux,
Yes.
and I was like, does
7th Horcrux, 8th Soul.
8th Soul? And I was like, does Voldy know?
He didn't know.
He didn't know. Yeah, I figured that out.
He didn't know.
Um,
They're gonna know. He didn't know.
don't be suspicious.
Making Voldemort in the train station. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
That's him.
he knew.
Yeah,
one
he knew. Why is Harry alive? Like, what keeps him alive? The family, the power of love.
No. So there's debates over all
Yeah.
of this
the
part of
resurrection
it.
stone.
It's not the resurrection stone. The resurrection stone, all it did was bring his family
Just to
so he
talk.
could talk to them. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't actually bring him alive. You can just
What-
talk to them.
What
Okay.
what keeps Harry alive is that Voldemort didn't kill Harry.
Oh,
he
because
killed.
magic bounces off.
Yeah, he
Okay.
killed the Horcrux,
Oh,
only.
okay. All right. So he just weakened himself.
basically, but he didn't know that.
But he didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was so excited he didn't even feel. He lost 8 ounces of blood.
That's why in the visions, like Dumbledore says, it's important that, Voldemort
Yeah.
did it. I don't
Yeah.
know why I was
And
struggling.
nobody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if it was anyone else, I'm pretty sure
He
it
would've
would have
died.
just.
Oh.
I don't know if he would have died or if it would have just bounced back and killed them, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a lot of debate over the ending of the book and the movie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe the book would probably answer that better, but
Not
no.
really.
Hmm.
I think it's almost word for word what happens.
interesting.
But my thoughts is just that he killed the Horcrux only, not.
Yeah.
And at that point, Harry really had a choice of going back or staying
or
dead.
dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is this all in my head, or is this really happening? Of
Mhm.
course, it's in your head. Doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yep.
Dumbledore has some good liners in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
English is hard right now.
Yeah.
It's just stuttering like Professor Quill.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the notes I had. Like I tried to take as much as I could, but I was pretty invested in the story that I would just forget to take notes. So that's,
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's good that you're invested.
yeah.
But as far as the rest of the battle in the movie, I liked Neville's redemption of
Yeah.
making his speech and then finding the time to cut off the head of Nagini. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think the movies don't do Neville justice at
No.
all.
No.
He definitely becomes a lot more confident with himself as the books go on.
Yeah.
And so in the movies they kind of show it here and there, but he doesn't get
Yeah.
enough screen time. He's not
No.
one of the main characters.
Yeah. I felt you could have included Neville like more,
I agree.
even part of like make it a squad of 4 possibly. I don't know when they're like
I mean,
going
they
around.
kind of rotate their fourth around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, mostly they had Luna at the end.
Yeah, Luna. I think Luna's a pretty good character, but she's almost a joke sometimes. But I think
I think in the books she's even more conspiracy theorist
yeah,
than the movie.
yeah. So okay, I have one more
The
question.
movie
about
version of
it.
her is more likable.
Yeah, more likable than
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah.
So is there a society around the Deathly Hollows, or why is Luna's dad wearing a necklace?
I don't think it's a society. It's more of a fandom or following of that story.
So there's no Deathly Hollow cult or anything
Probably
like that.
not. I don't think it's organized.
Okay, it's not. It's just kind of like the hippie, like peace sign, sort of maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a symbol for
Mm-hmm.
something else. Okay. Yeah.
Like for most it's just a fairy tale, but for those that do know of it,
Yeah.
of them, then they kind of just
get attached to that
yeah.
Right.
story.
And
Yeah.
now, as far as the symbol goes, it's mostly Dumbledore trying to point them the right direction without anybody else catching on.
Yeah. Like the items that he gives them are very specific and for different reasons. Like the Deluminator takes away lights, but it also
It helped guide Ron back.
it gives Ron a guiding light. So
Yeah.
there's that. Hermione gets the book, which has the stories of the Deathly Hollows, right? So
Yep.
that's that.
And the little symbol that is written in the corner.
Oh yeah, and then there's that symbol that they start finding everywhere. Is that anywhere in any of the movies before this?
Mm-mm.
Not even like the Order of the Phoenix, nothing like
I
that.
don't think I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. And then Harry gets the snitch, which is actually the Resurrection Stone. And Dumbledore knows that.
Yeah, that's why he gave it to Harry.
Okay.
Yep.
And then he gets the Sword of Gryffindor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But They have to find it.
Yeah. So with the snitch, like the Dumbledore put the resurrection stone in there,
Yeah.
and the reason why he gave it specifically to Harry is because it will only open under those conditions,
They
and
he's
like
about to die and everything.
when he's ready to die, and because he's the only one, he caught the snitch with his mouth
was
the
the
first
flesh flesh
Flesh
memory.
memory, yeah.
Okay.
time. And then he gifted the sword of Gryffindor to them as a like clue.
This is how you start killing them. Yeah. Yeah. There's other ways, but this is how you start. This is the easy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tutorial to kill the first one, and then you're on your own after that. Yeah.
Should have just gifted him a basilisk fang.
Yeah, that was easy.
Should have just
Should
gave
have
him
figured it
a.
out.
Should have just gave him a basilisk pet.
Right, then he would have
Yeah.
had his messed up hand.
Yeah, it should have been Orochimaru with his snake, and then Sasuke with his snake, and they're fighting snakes. Yeah.
Where's the frog in this story?
Where's the frog? That's Ron. Ron's the frog guy. And then
Ron's the rat guy.
Ron's the slug. He had slugs coming out the fourth movie. Yeah. So that means Hermione's the frog lady.
No, Ron has the slugs in the third movie.
Snake. I don't know why I just thought to look this up. Snake venom can remain viable for decades if stored in sealed vials.
Oh well. Small sealed vials in that fang.
There you go. The vials are the fangs.
Yep. When you cut it off, it just like what's the term for burning something to
Cauterize?
cauterize?
Yeah.
It's cauterized it. Self-cauterization. So is the basilisk in the Harry Potter world, is that just like a normal creature? Or is there some like weird like laboratory for creating?
It's
More
a normal.
It's a
creatures.
normal mythical creature.
Yeah.
It's not like a one of a kind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just like unicorns, there's multiple, just like basilisks.
Yeah.
That's why there are multiple stories.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then another question I had, but it answered like very shortly after, is when Snape is crying and he collects the tears. It's actually his memories that he's giving to Harry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you die, they say you
Just lose your soul, or your memories, or wait, what?
when you're about to die, they say your life flashes before your eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what's happening.
Flushes out of his eyes.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. So the whole thing with Snape and Harry is he loved his mom
Yes.
and was willing to dedicate his life to her, essentially.
It did dedicate his life.
Well, he
to
did
her.
dedicate his
Yeah,
life,
after she's dead.
even when she chose another
Another
man.
man, yeah.
Yeah. And so before they die, he knows of the prophecy, or he knows that something's going to happen to Harry and the
He
family.
knows of the prophecy.
Okay.
Because Dumbledore shares it with him. Not
Okay.
because-
No.
No?
He knows.
I think he knows it
and
before, right?
He knows the prophecy because Voldemort
Oh, yes.
knows part of the prophecy.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So
Only part of the prophecy.
only part. So that's
Yeah.
why he wants more context, or
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix or whatever.
Yeah.
The movies kind of blend them together for me a little bit. Okay. So Snape
seeks Dumbledore to save the Potters.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's unable to or unwilling at that point.
Dumbledore?
Yeah, to save them.
He did
Untrusting
he
of
did
Snape.
set up well Dumbledore did set up a way for them to be protected, but
Yeah.
Pettigrew basically betrayed them.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So and then that's where he says that they trusted the wrong person.
yeah.
They trusted Pettigrew, and that was wrong.
Oh, I thought he meant they trusted him. That's why I
No.
took it as.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Right.
also seeing like all these memories like at different points in time.
Yeah.
So like the first one is like him coming to Dumbledore before they're dead, and then
Yeah.
it flashes back later on to like after they died.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. But yeah, they're the same way that Sirius's house is kind of a mysterious thing. The Potter's house was also set up in that way. That only one person knew the location of it
Yeah.
at that for a short amount of time. It was Pettigrew, and then he gave that up.
Yeah. Okay. And did he die in the cell That was the rat guy, right?
Pettigrew did not die. No, he just got stunned by
Is that
Dobby.
Dobby? Okay. I didn't know it was Ron or Dobby or someone. It was Dobby?
It was Dobby
It
at
was
the top
Dobby,
of the
yeah.
stairs.
Yeah, I forgot. There was other things I wanted to say. Like, there's, like, pretty convenient things in here, but for a movie, it has to happen. But just, like, pretty convenient stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, series is pretty good.
Better
I like
than you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, for sure, way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Nice.
Because my first experience was falling asleep during the first movie. So, like overall, I think my score is probably like 6.5 to like a 7. So
I
it's a
agree.
pretty solid.
That's kind of what it looks like in your.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Minus like the low 4.5, but like yeah, there's a couple 8s in there and 7s and
Yeah.
so 7.5. So it's pretty closer to like the 7-ish range, but
And just so you know, like, Snape still hates Harry.
yeah,
He doesn't like.
he loves his mom,
Yeah,
but in memory of
his father.
yeah.
Hates, makes him hate Harry.
Yeah, for some reason, like I thought I was like, wait, what? Snape's Harry's dead? I was like, wait, I was like, what's going on here? Like because they hadn't introduced Harry's father at that point, James Potter.
James.
They haven't introduced him yet, so I'm just like, wait a second. They're like, they're going through the story. I'm like, wait a second. No, I'm your father, Harry. No.
No, Harry, I am your father.
But yeah, some of the parts I didn't like. I talked about the final duel.
Yeah.
I didn't like where Harry and Voldemort. Well, Voldemort was basically beating up Harry physically.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? He's kicking him and
I-
slapping him.
I
was
didn't
like,
like that.
is he like so weak right now that he can only like physically assault
Yeah.
him?
And then for a 30-second, maybe less part, Voldemort's using his robe to restrain Harry, and then nothing happens after that.
I don't remember seeing that part. He's like choking him with his robe.
Yeah.
What?
For like 2 scenes, and then nothing comes of it.
It's like Batman, like swinging his cape around.
Like,
and
The part I compare basically these 2 movies to Order of the Phoenix, where Dumbledore duels Voldemort, and it's cool water
Yeah.
and fire.
yeah,
And in the last 3 movies, it's like sparks, green sparks, red sparks, and that's
Yeah.
kind of it. And deflection and
yeah.
nothing
It is.
fancy.
There's like literally just like fireworks shooting back and forth, and the people are like just tennis ball.
yeah, it
hitting
looks like
them.
a tennis parry or a
Yeah.
sword parry,
yeah.
and it's not as not as magical.
Yeah,
looking.
the guys in the room of requirement had better fights with the fire and it's like a dragon or a snake and like
Yeah.
or
It's called Fiend Fire,
fiend
Fiend
fire.
and I looked it up because I was looking up how to destroy Horcruxes in case I ever need. No, and it was a snake because they're from
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Well, I think I saw a mammal or like something in there, but it was mostly a snake, right?
I'm pretty sure a snake.
Yeah.
If I had a Horcrux, what would my Horcrux be?
Well, I mean, you get to choose, so.
Yeah, but knowing me, what would
Your
it be?
Pacific Rim
It'd be my
statue.
Pacific Rim statue.
Oh, that's too easy.
John would be so like, yeah,
He's dead.
I know where it is. He hasn't moved it ever since he put it in the case.
I feel like Jesse would have like 2 or 3. One would be that stupid statue. Another one would be like some nunchucks or something, like Bruce Lee related.
yeah.
And then let's see, what's another thing Jesse really likes?
It'd be the stone mask.
Stone mask from JoJo.
Yes.
The ring is super simple.
But is it this
your
ring or the
has
silicon ring?
your ring has to be one of them.
Man, I forgot what I was gonna ask. That was funny.
What would your Horcrux be?
I don't think I've attachment to stuff. It's weird. I don't think about it.
His glasses for sure.
Like I can wear contacts.
each lens.
He's trying to keep us away from his
Play it off.
secrets.
I don't know.
What about you?
Do you still have any baseballs
I do still have a
from
baseball bat.
middle school or high
His
school?
Crocs would be.
My Crocs. My overly sized Crocs.
You only wear those so that the one guy doesn't see your feet.
He's like, whoa, his feet gotten big. Oh.
I have a baseball bat that has my name on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Like
Nice.
engraved or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Not telling you guys where it's at. Garage.
I can find it. I'll find it. You don't have to tell
Oh,
me.
you mean the one that already broke? Oh.
No, I gotta die now. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about this?
Mrs. Weasley's duel with
Oh,
Bellatrix at the is short, but it was
Yeah.
I like that part.
Turn to the ribbons. Like,
How did you feel about when Snape got killed?
when Snape got
That
killed?
was pretty brutal.
It was pretty brutal, but I was expecting like a fight at least. But I feel like, I mean, at this time, really no one can stand up to Voldemort.
Right. And Snape was at that point willing to die
Yeah.
because of what Dumbledore told
He
him.
was ready to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah,
For the prophecy to be fulfilled.
yeah.
And he really couldn't fight against Voldemort anyways.
Yeah, he couldn't fight. He can maybe like try to last like a minute in the fight, but I
Maybe.
mean at that point, like,
Yeah.
why struggle? It's just gonna be more stress on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Voldemort's so strong he didn't even want to use spells against him. He just used Nagini.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of smart to have it as a Horcrux, but then it's also not smart because it just kind of acts on its own. It's an actual animal, so Ron
Fun
and
fact, it's not actually an animal.
no, it isn't. It's just a spell.
Well, it
No.
gets retconned in Fantastic Beasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they talk about it?
Yeah.
Or
In Fantastic Beasts, it's retconned of what Nagini is.
interesting.
Yeah.
It makes me sort of want to watch him, but I just
I don't know.
yeah.
But anyway, like,
Plot
Even-
wise, for the CGI in action, it's good.
Yeah.
even still, like, even though it has a mind of its own, like, he still has control over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He speaks parcel tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It listens to him.
It listens to him. Yeah.
He's not worried about it.
Yeah.
Like he commands it to basically trap Harry and Hermione
Yeah.
and try to kill them,
Yeah.
pretending to be Bathilda.
Yeah, I was about to say like that is that snake. It's not like just a random snake that he
No,
has.
it's
that's
Nagini.
yeah.
Okay.
And
At that point, they still haven't destroyed the locket, so
Yeah.
he's more ambitious with it.
Yeah, he's not worried that they have a method.
right, yeah, they don't. Well, they don't know they're hunting for Horcruxes.
Yeah. No, not at that point.
No, they're just
No,
they're just on the run.
he doesn't know
Oh,
that they're hunting
yeah.
for Horcruxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All Voldemort knows is that they're just on the run.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So he has no reason to believe they're strong enough, nor are they looking to destroy these items. So
right. Yeah. Nagini at that point isn't under trouble as far
Yeah.
as Voldemort knows.
yeah. I mean, like, he has Nagini, and if for some reason Hermione's unable to help Harry,
Mm-hmm.
Harry doesn't have his wand. He doesn't need the Elder Wand to kill Harry. Nagini would be able to kill him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's other ways to do it
Yep.
besides like getting this all-powerful wand. The wand was meant mainly to kill Harry, or was it so he was essentially invincible?
Both. I think both.
I don't know if in the movie they're specific with that.
He just wanted to kill Harry. He didn't have to
Yeah.
have the wand, but
Yeah.
having the wand lets
Gave
him
him
do both.
gives him an advantage.
Yeah. All he knew, I think all he really knew is that he couldn't use his own wand,
Yeah.
and then he wanted to find a stronger wand. And
So-
then he learned about the Elder Wand.
So what if Harry broke his wand earlier and he gets a different wand? Now he can kill him since the wands are on the same. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, Voldemort doesn't know that Harry's broken his wand at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. He doesn't know that. Yeah.
I don't know if they could kill each other because they're
They're
both Horcruxes.
Yeah, they're
I
part
guess
of each other.
At first, they thought it was the wands, which probably would have been a part of it. And then
yeah.
at some point, it was just themselves as
They're
well.
just the connection there.
Yeah.
So Harry had to willingly give up his life
Right.
essentially for him to. Okay. All right. I don't remember Hagrid ever like being like, "Oh, come to the force, we have Hagrid. Like, I don't remember
No.
them saying that. It's just
They
kind of like a
didn't.
bonus. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we also kidnapped your.
I think that's explained more in the books.
Yeah.
They find where Hagrid and Grop is hiding. Grop is actually in the books too. Still,
Yeah.
Hagrid's
Brother.
brother.
Half
yeah.
Half brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But yeah, the battle with the kind of at the end with the stone soldiers,
Yeah.
that was cool. Fighting
Yeah.
the giants.
Yeah. And McGonagall's like, I've always wanted to use that spell.
Yep. Oh yeah, and McGonagall's really short duel with Snape at the end,
Oh yeah, yeah. Very, very short.
or
Yeah.
right before Harry shows up in the castle.
Yeah. I would not that I was underwhelmed with Snake. I felt like he wasn't really a big part in at least the second part, but I felt like I was waiting for him to at least try to defend Harry in some way, or like try like giving like a fighting chance or anything like that. But he just kind of
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He at this point he has to show full allegiance to Voldemort.
Yeah, I mean, I was wishing that there was some way like he slightly, ever so slightly, like stunned, phased,
Yeah.
or like scratched him, like just a little bit to kind of give Harry like a hint to there's some other way or something like that. But
at the end, Snape knew what he had to do is sacrifice himself.
yeah, yeah. And then Malfoy in this movie too is kind of like he could have said like, "Oh yeah, this is Harry."
Right.
And then so there's some like, I think he's doing it because he's pressured by his family for the most part, and or they're gonna kill his family.
Yeah.
Pressured by and for his sake of his family. So, like there's, in the book, there's probably more like nuance to it, but there you're like, oh, he's kind of there's something there. Like he wants his wand back, but he's not like really pressuring him or like fighting Harry for like really fighting him.
Right. I think most of what Malfoy did throughout the movies is out of fear.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
out
for
of fear.
real self gain, but more
Yeah.
of fear and the expectations put on him from his parents and Voldemort.
Yeah. And at the end with Malfoy, Draco Malfoy's mother, like
yeah.
what's happening at that point
Oh,
when
that was
she's
so
like,
awkward.
I was like, what is this?
It was Narcissa wanting to walk away from it.
But when she is talking to Harry
Yes.
and like squatting down, is that what you're referring to?
When
I thought she was like, oh, is he alive? And so
She's
she-
asking about Draco
yeah. She's asking about Draco. Oh,
yes.
okay.
100% Draco.
because she
Oh, okay,
doesn't
okay.
know that he's alive at this point because he just
Oh.
went into the castle.
For some reason, I thought she was asking Draco if Harry was alive. So it makes a lot more sense now.
Was she? Oh,
But she's asking
Harry. If Harry was alive?
No, asking Draco for some reason if Harry is alive.
No, she's asking Harry
Harry-
if Draco's alive, and then
Okay.
Harry gives like a little small nod,
Yeah.
and then that's why she lies
Yeah.
to Voldemort.
Okay. All right.
Because she wants the chance to save Draco because he's still in the castle.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know exactly how she thinks that's the way to do it, but
Yeah. It was a weird angle, weird shot. She had like a watch on. Does she have like an Apple Watch? Is she like having Draco like look at? I was like super confused. I was like,
no, she's only talking to Harry.
yeah, she's talking to Harry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And he nods, and I thought, yeah, I was so confused.
I think she says Malfoy or Draco.
She does, but I was like, I thought she was talking to Draco. I was super confused.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
All right.
clears it up. Clears up a lot of things.
Draco is he alive?
Do you have a walkie-talkie on you? Who are you talking to?
Draco, I need help here. I can't tell if he's alive or not.
Over and out. Voldemort's looking at me weird.
Draco, give me an answer. What do I say?
Battery low.
Oh shoot!
Alarm goes off.
What was that? Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing, my lord.
You steal my walkies again?
Did you take my walkies again?
I talked to Nagini with those.
Voldemort just turns into Betty.
Or he goes, from this day forward. And I was like, say Betty, say Betty.
shall call me.
So
From
over
this day forward, I shall be now known as
so
Betty.
Betsy Snape.
so Kong Pao gave me the inspiration to go out and buy the Harry Potter DVDs
Okay.
to make a Harry Potter like parody with like, but I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't find the DVDs. Or
Yeah, we're not helping you.
Yeah.
don't
no,
bother
no,
asking.
no, yeah, I'm not asking, but
Oh, okay.
that'd
Thank
be
goodness.
pretty fun to make a story with the movies.
Betty.
Wait, no, what movie are you trying to make with that inspiration?
Just make a short movie with all of the Harry Potter like films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make your own parody of Harry
Make
Potter.
my own parody. Yeah. So I was going to
Okay.
Google to find them. I want widescreen. I don't want full screen because you have
Okay.
the whole aspect ratio and
Sure.
everything to choose from.
Yeah.
And then there was only like 80% of the movies are full screen back in 2000, which is ugly now. Like going back, you're like, oh, the whole screen's my square's being used,
Right.
but it's ugly now. So
it's more cinematic with widescreen. now.
yeah, so I wanted widescreen,
Yeah.
but all the widescreens are all scratched, so I didn't end up buying anything. So
okay.
so in the future,
In the future, I am a great magician.
And they are great wizards.
Your robes are red.
Whoa.
who's the mayor? And is it Peter Pettigrew?
Pettigrew.
Is that Pettigrew? Is that that's the mayor? Wow, great! Do it again.
That was great. Do it again. Yeah, probably.
And then the one boob chick is Bellatrix.
Bellatrix is
gotta edit one boob onto her. Chosen one. I had the chosen one.
Harry Potter, Hermione,
Chosen one.
or Ginny.
Wee.
Mine's actually dumb in this
In your parody.
series. Ron's Wimplo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harry gets trapped in a net.
Yeah. Mushu Fasa is Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Okay, I'm wrapping this up.
Okay.
It's fine.
The whole cast.
Jugs and plugs. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Like, share, comment. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie in the series?
Yep.
They're making HBO. I think they're making an HBO.
They're making an HBO
remake
series, yeah.
of the
TV
whole-
series.
of the whole books.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep. What would your Horcrux be?
Yeah.
This has been the Legendary Sid Podcast, and join us next time. I don't know what we're doing yet. We don't know what we're doing
We
yet.
still have 1 week in May. Right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh.
To be continued.
To be whatever it is.
Whatever that is.
Bye.
Bye.
It's JoJo. It's always JoJo. We only have 2 pieces left. Live action Diamonds Unbreakable
Oh, yeah.
and OVA.